Hey everyone, how's it going? Happy Monday. We can definitely feel that it is Monday. I have no makeup on, hair in a bun, gym clothes on, and I am ready to rock the week. Today I'm bringing you a Flippin' fall decor and a decorate with me. I am basically going to be taking things that have been sitting in my basement or I got from a garage sale, and I am going to be flipping them into some fall decor for my home. And then I am going to kind of walk you through the process of how I decorate um, my house. So I will leave timestamps down below in case you just want to jump to a certain project or you want to jump to how I decorate like my mantle or my hutch or anything like that. All those timestamps will be linked down below in case you didn't want to watch the whole thing, but some of it. So with that said, you guys, let's get into our DIYs and our decorating. All right, you guys, I'm going to show you what we are going to be crafting with first. This is a pumpkin I got from a garage sale for $1. It is so pretty. It's heavy, it's big, but I know I did not want that to stay orange. Second is from Dollar Tree. I've had this since Christmas time, just sitting in my basement. I actually have two of them. I was like, all right, we're going to pull you out and do something with you. And then the third one I got from a garage sale for $1. I actually found two of these, but we're just going to be using one today. And for two out of the three of them, I am going to prime them in white because I am going to go back with a chiffon chalk paint spray, and I did not want to waste it doing multiple coats. So I went in and coated them with a white matte primer first, and then I do the colors, except for this one. This one, I just go ahead and lightly chalk paint it. I didn't mind if some of like the wood shone through. And this one, we're gonna use a hammered copper, which looks beautiful. So now let's get crafting. So here is my pumpkin. Isn't she cute? I was thinking about highlighting like the ridges and stuff, but I just really liked how plain and simple it looked. That way it didn't take away from the florals. So styrofoam piece, got at Dollar Tree. I am going to actually hot glue the bottom of this pumpkin and then stick this in. The reason I do that is because if you put the hot glue directly onto that styrofoam, it is just going to melt the styrofoam and not stick. So that is why I do it. And then look at you guys. If you were lucky enough to pick these up from Dollar Tree, they are so beautiful. And I knew I wanted to use these, the blue. So I am just starting with what I want to be the focal point. And then I'm going to go ahead and build around them. So I knew this is what I wanted people to see when they looked at it. So I wanted those to be towards the front. And the great thing about doing florals with styrofoam, you can move them around. Nothing is permanent. And so as you can see, looks like a peacock tail back there. And I was like, no, that does not look good. So we changed those, and these are baby eucalyptus. And then I tried to put a whole bouquet back there. That didn't work. So then I just cut pieces off, and these are from Walmart. They're not called baby eucalyptus, but here's what it looks like. So pretty, and I cannot wait to show you how I decorate it. All right, so now we have some foxtail. This is the copper painted base we're gonna use. Some of the pumpkin filler. These are all from Dollar Tree, you guys. Obviously, so is the base. And I am also using, what are the other ones called? Come on, did I already show them? I don't know. Okay, so here's another, this is a foam piece. This is also from Dollar Tree. They have the white and they have the green. And then I'm going to play around with sizing. Like, how tall do you want this? How short do you want it? You do need wire cutters for these, or else you are gonna have a tough time cutting them down. And again, I know I wanted the pumpkins to be like the focal point of it, so that is what I'm starting with, and then I build around that. These foxtails, you guys, are so pretty and they look so high end. I knew with the pumpkins, I wanted a little bit of like dark with it. I didn't want these white because for the hutch, I'm going to be doing oranges. For the mantle, in my living room, I'm doing like more neutral colors with the blues and the cream and all of that stuff. So I knew that this needed to be orange. So now just playing around with this, remember, that is what's fun about playing around with florals. You can take it out, you can move it around, just be patient with yourself, and it'll come out. And then I was like, well, these are way too long on top, so we are gonna cut this off. I did not realize I was gonna be in this video. This is like Saturday, and I'm a hot mess, no makeup. But I got my fall vibe shirt on, right? That's all that matters. And then me, the like perfection, I'm like, oh, maybe we should move this around a little. Oh, yeah, let's move that. And then I'm like, no, just leave it or you're just gonna mess it up. So there's how that one turned out. Okay. So these I didn't really have sitting around, but the fabric I used, I've had since Everly was born. So I'm taking, don't worry, I keep the velvet, you guys, don't cringe here, but they still haven't come out with the styrofoam pumpkins that they usually do around this time that are just like the plain orange ones. So I took those apart, leaving this one white. This is the fabric I've literally had since Everly was born. When I did like my first craft fair, I used this as a tablecloth, and it's just been sitting in a drawer, not being shown off, so why not use it now? So at first I thought I was going to cut this and then tuck it in the hole, because that's what I've seen everybody else doing when they make these pumpkins. But I end up bringing it all together and then taking it all out of the hole because it really wasn't fitting. And as I wrap this up, I'm like, all right, well, maybe this can be the trunk of the pumpkin. So what I do is I get some Dollar Tree twine, and then I'm going to tie it on the bottom of this, not the bottom, you know what I'm saying, the bottom of what our trunk is going to be. Now when you do this, you need to make sure you tie it tight, or else your fabric is just going to be loose and it's going to be a hot mess, just like me. You don't want that, girl. You don't want that. So I am tying that super tight. I am going to double knot it. It does not matter if it's like leaning to the left, leaning to the right. That's what's awesome about this. And you'll see how cute this trunk ends up being. And I really hot glued like one time. All right. So now we got that all tied up, and then you don't even really have to twist this. I was just trying to get the fabric, I don't want to say to stay together, but you'll see right here, I'm just wrapping the twine around this fabric, and I'm trying to get like the little odds and like ends inside the twine. And I'm just wrapping this all the way up to the end. And then I'm going to go back down with it. I didn't have to hot glue or anything. And what's nice, it's like you can form the trunk however you want it, to curl, to the side, whatever. And then I hot glue the end, and that's it. And it looks so cute. I love this trunk. Like, look at how cute. Look at how cute she is. Okay. And then go ahead and cut that off. I wish I had like a brooch or like some fancy jewel thing to put on this, because it definitely can use it. So look at how cute. Like, look at all that detail. And then next I'm going to show you, I did end up doing another one, and this time I'm going to use, what color is this, y'all? Bogart Nantucket Blue. And I'm going to paint that up. Now, you guys, you can definitely use spray paint on these pumpkins, but I want to let you know it will suck the life out of all of your spray paint, okay? These styrofoam pumpkins just absorb that stuff. I remember buying them last year when I like started getting into crafting and tried to spray paint the orange ones white, and I probably used like a whole can of spray paint because it just kept sucking up the paint. So I knew I was gonna try chalk paint, and y'all, I only needed one coat of this, and it was bright, vibrant. Didn't have to go back in with it. dried super quick. And then with this one, we're going to do the same exact thing. We are going to wrap it in this fabric, and I'm giving you a different view. Don't know why. I changed my camera angle like way too many times. But this one is so pretty with that blue in there, and it ties into the first DIY we did with the blue like picks and all that stuff. So I was super stoked on this one. So again, tying that knot super tight, and then we are going to go ahead and wrap our twine around it. Remember, we don't need any hot glue for this. You are just wrapping it up, and then we are going to go back down with your twine as well, and go all the way to the top, all the way, and maybe leave like, gosh, I don't know, less than half an inch sticking out. And you could always cut that down later if you want. But do you see how like I bent it? It's so weird. You would think it was like wire or something, because you definitely can form it however you want. You could have it straight up. I liked it like both of them kind of curled over to the side. And then this one, I decided to put some pearls on because, I mean, 2 reasons. I wanted it to be fancy. And then the second reason was because the like hole was right there, and I had a little bit of extra fabric, so that's what we did. So look at how cute, you guys. I love this one. This one, yeah, look at how cute they look. You're welcome. I got that fabric at Joann's, by the way. Okay, this one, you guys, I'm super excited for. It looks so darn high end. The picks I got for 97 cents at Walmart. Gather we got at Dollar Tree. And then, of course, my garage sale little basket thing. I don't know really what that's called. But I am trying to take the staple out of it, and then it starts taking the board off too. So be careful if you are doing that with yours. Then I'm going to go in, and I was debating between the celery or the moss. And I ended up going with the moss because I felt like it stood out a little bit more against the cream color paint than the celery did. So with everything, you guys, I always say, like, before you go in and like paint or glue or whatever, like weigh your options, you know? Don't go with the first thing you think, because you can totally change your mind once you see it up against something, or you know what I mean. Okay. So I am laying my gather out. These are the pumpkin and berry picks. These also came, you guys, in an orange, and they also came in like a black and a gold, which I got the black and gold. Lamb's ear is also from Walmart, and they come 2 picks in like a bundle. I think they're like $2. It's hit or miss trying to find them. I actually need to like go collect more. So my trick with these, I'm very weird and want them exactly the same size. So I just get whatever of the stem I cut off, and I hold it up to it and then cut the same off. Does that make sense? Okay. So you guys, I ended up taking apart these picks because I knew I could not just hot glue the whole thing down. It just wouldn't hold. Then I noticed, gross, there was like mildew all over this, like, do you see it? Gross. We're gonna throw that away. But so I basically deconstruct the pick, and then I am going to glue down everything separately. So I'm going with these little like raffia pieces first. I'm gonna glue those down. This literally, the glue and then drying took forever. But I use the sticks, the raffia, and then like the little white berry looking things. There's hanging all up in my business, as usual. And then I just repeated the same step for the opposite side, you guys. Then I'm taking our Dollar Tree ribbon, and you guys have seen me make this bow before. I just wrap it around 2 complete times. I am folding it in half just so I know where the middle of my bow is going to be. And then I cut the notches out of the side, which I did not even need to do because I am covering the middle, and yeah. Sorry about that, kids. What was I going to say about this ribbon? I don't know, you guys. I'm a hot mess. Oh, that like I totally went a different way. I thought I was totally gonna put those like green pumpkins in the middle, and I wasn't even gonna use a bow. Then I was like, "Oh, the bow might look nice," and then so I tried it out in the middle, and I was like, wow, that actually looks good, but I still want to incorporate the pumpkins, so it just all works out. That's why I always say make sure to play around with things before you decide to glue them down, because you can just totally take it a different way. You know what I'm saying? So decided I just wanted to go with the bow right here, and then I could fluff it out so that you could see both the ribbons or just one. And then I end up gluing my pumpkin to the middle of it. And I absolutely love the way that this looks. So pretty. And now I have extra pumpkins, so I could use those on a different craft. Now for the gather, it was kind of the basket kind of bowed, so I did not think that the gather would actually stick with hot glue on there. But I ended up trying like a push pin first to see if it would like maybe stick to the back or something. And that didn't work. So I was like, you know what? I'm just going to go ham with it. We are just going to try and hot glue it and see what happens. And so I ended up putting it on the places that I knew were actually touching the board. And the hot glue ended up working. But it looks like I did not edit this enough. So I'm obviously going to walk you through my thinking process. And you guys are just going to have to hear me talk for a little bit longer. So here it is, the push pins. These are from Dollar Tree. I tried pushing them through the back, and I got it through the back. That was fine. But then when I tried to stick the gather on top of it, it just bent the push pin. So I ended up taking that out, and that's when I was like, okay, you're just going to have to try and hot glue it. Hopefully it works. I think too, my new hot glue gun is just way better. It's bigger. It has more glue coming out of it than my little one. So the new glue gun is working good. Okay. And that is the SUREBONDER. I think it's like HE7 something. I'll link it down below. It's basically the same exact one as my blue one. It's just a like different color. So I was really excited. So how do you guys like this one? This is something that you would see definitely like at Hobby Lobby, a Kirkland's, like, it's stunning. I love it. Look at that. You're welcome, y'all. All right, so let's decorate. I'm going to try to walk you through this, you guys. So this is my mantle. You guys, I found this mantle when we first moved to Kansas 4 years ago on Facebook Marketplace. I think it was like $90. The lady said it was vintage. It came out of her parents' original home. Like, I didn't touch the paint or anything. It's just so beautiful. So these little side things, y'all, I got these at my dad's house when we visited from California, stolen from the backyard. I didn't steal them. He gave them to me. And the here's all of our decorations we're going to be working with. The window I also found on Facebook Marketplace for I think $10 like a couple years back. And y'all, decorating, okay? Make sure you have the time and the patience. Have a cup of coffee with it. Have a glass of wine. I mean, whatever it may be, because this is definitely a process. Before, to be completely honest, before COVID, I never decorated like this, ever. I just didn't have the time or the patience to like tackle decorating. So my mantle was usually like a clock, a few little candle stick holders, things like that. And it wasn't until COVID, when I was actually home all the time, that I actually took the time to decorate it. And I think the first one was like my lemon decor, if you've seen those pictures on my Instagram. that was the first time I really decorated. My husband came home and was like, wow, this looks so nice. It looks so fresh. And then after that now, I am so into decorating the mantle. So I am trying, you guys, with these leaves because I thought that they would look really cool as like, look like they're falling down behind the window, but it wasn't working at all. It kept like lifting up the window, and it just didn't look right. I mean, I guess now it does from this angle. It looks okay. Kind of looks like it's falling, but you know what? You're gonna change your mind a million times when you decorate, okay? Because I like how I was totally going with the orange theme right here, and then quickly realized that with the two, I'm gonna just say like panels on the sides of the windows, I wasn't gonna be able to put much on top of the mantle because there was really no space. Like those took up like 1.5 inches on the mantle top. So I am still playing around with it. And you guys, that warmer is from Scentsy. I think it's called Champagne. It is so big and it's so absolutely stunning, especially at night. Oh, I love it. Put some warm leather like waxies in there. Ooh, girl, that is definitely my fall. Okay, so this is when I'm like, okay, this isn't working for me whatsoever. Everett's trying to help decorate, as you can see at the bottom of the mantle. And so I take those down. We're taking that down, and then this is where the vision starts coming in, okay? So now I know the gather is for sure staying there. It looks great with the window. I like how the window's taller, that's shorter. Our other DIY, which came out beautiful. And you guys, with that DIY, when hopefully the other styrofoam pumpkins come out, you could totally do the same thing. It'll just be a smaller creation, like a smaller DIY than the one that I did. So I'm using I bought like a bunch of the Dollar Tree pumpkins this year, and I didn't craft with them or anything. I thought they were beautiful as they are. So I'm kind of using those as fillers and now building around my main pieces, which would be my gather, my window, and then my pumpkin floral DIY I did. So again, you're going to need patience because I went back and forth between all of the pumpkin options I had. John and I had a fall wedding. So I was like, this is a perfect time to incorporate some of our wedding pictures into the decor. And this, oh my gosh, it fit perfect right there. I like that it's front and center, so like everybody can see that when they walk into our home. And I love, so those candle holder things, I got those at Hobby Lobby 4 years ago, and I spray painted them white, and I've had them forever, and they've just been sitting in the basement. So I literally will grab things from anywhere in the house, things I've had in the basement, things I have just somewhere else as decor, things from the garage, like those little panels, those were outside. If you guys did not see my post, that silver pumpkin was $1. Okay, this is basically like a 4th DIY for you guys. Or how many did I do? I don't know. So we got the paper, we got our book. We are taking the cover off of our book, and we are just going to trace that out on our roll of paper. I love books. I will not throw away that book leaf at all. I love having protection on my books. So that I will just put to the side. That's an Edgar Allan Poe book. He's pretty awesome. Okay, so now that I cut that out, now I'm just gonna put my book, I don't know, somewhere in the middle. Doesn't really matter. And this is gonna be your new book cover, y'all. Look at how beautiful this is. Look at that. Do you see that? Hello. That looks absolutely amazing. Absolutely high end. Now I'm going to go in with a second book, and we are using a different pattern. You guys, I got this from the Dollar Tree. This beautiful, stunning paper is from the Dollar Tree, okay? And they have different patterns too. Like they have like birthday ones, and then they have like paw print ones, which would be super cute. And these are the only gold ones I found right now, but I know they have different ones because I've seen them there before. But this paper looks so high end. It is very thin, so just be aware of that, but amazing. Amazing, and it looks so quality and high end. Like I love this. So I can't wait for you guys to see it all together. So look at how pretty. It's so shiny. I love shiny things. And then we are adding it to the end of the mantle for some height. Ooh, there's my dollar pumpkin. You guys, the stem on that is like glass. It is so big. I cannot believe it was at a garage sale for $1. And it had the original Home Good tags on it. Okay, so I wanted to show you this to see how like far my crafting has come. That was from last year. And I just thought it was funny. I looked at that. I was like, oh my gosh, I could do that so much better this year. So here is a table. This is like kind of in front of my dining room table. I have a super small house, you guys, so everything is kind of next to each other. This is greenery, y'all. I don't know where it is from. I bought it on Facebook Market, everything. I swear, Facebook Marketplace. For our wedding. Never even used it for our wedding. And I have a whole box of it, so I use it whenever I can. The pumpkin was from a DIY. Hopefully y'all watched it. The lamp was free and I flipped it, and that is also on a DIY video. And the mirror in the background I found at a garage sale for $1. It was like a tarnished silver color, and I spray painted it white. And then I am taking another one of our wedding photos, some more greenery, and then I'm going to build around that with some more of our Dollar Tree pumpkins, like I was going to say felt, the velvet ones. I'm going to use the like turquoise bluish ones over here, and then they had some brown ones as well. So I used, behind that frame is actually like a big candle, so I use that kind of like as a riser to have them showing and rise them up a little bit. I don't know. The birdhouse, y'all, I got at a thrift store, and I painted it white, and then I went over it with, I think, like antique wax to just make it look super aged. But this one looks so pretty. I wanted to stick with the whites as like the main pieces because it's right next to the window, and it just looks so bright and airy and open that I absolutely love it. And I always stick these 2 chairs on the side of them. One, because it hides like a humongous plug right there. And I always put like a little pillow or whatever there, blanket. And because why not? So look at how cute. Oh, I love it. I love how this turned out. I love that I was able to incorporate the tights pumpkin. So I thought I was going to use this here. Every year I fall for pumpkins, bonfires, s'mores, autumn leaves, and you. And then on the reverse side, always throw spilt salt over your left shoulder. Keep rosemary by your garden gate. Plant lavender for luck, and fall in love whenever you can from Practical Magic. I end up putting that somewhere else, so I will show you a picture at the end. Here is the other dollar pumpkin I found at my garage sale. And again, so this is going to be our orange theme. This is like the legit fall colors over here. And I really need to get like some of that, you know, the frosted, not shelf liners, but like to cover the glass so you can't see inside, since we keep like crackers and like the kids stuff in there. I want to cover those glasses with something light, but nothing too dark, so you can still see like the light shining through. So there, the thankful sign, you guys, I made, so I couldn't tell you where to get it. The thankful wood cutout I know is from Michael's, and actually so is the wood piece. Mom's got to take a break and eat some snacks, you know. That energy blend, it's actually from Dollar Tree, and they are so good. So again, using a garage sale, the brass like planter, pail planter thing that I got at a garage sale for $1. I'm using that, tipping it over so it looks like the flowers are kind of like spilling out of it. And then again, using some Dollar Tree pumpkin fillers. And then I decide, I've had this Lazy Susan down in my basement that I made. We never have company, y'all, so I have no use for it. But I found use for it over here. And I got the gold metal basket from Dollar Tree, the pumpkin votive, I think that's what they're called, little things. Do you know what I'm talking about? The ones that look like the mercury or whatever. I had those. These glass bottles are from the Dollar Tree, and I've had them for years. And then a picture. There was like a hole right there, and something needed to go there. And then there's our other DIY, our pumpkin one. And then I'm just going to put like a random pumpkin by it, and I think another one of the Dollar Tree houses that say home, or I don't know if I put gather on there or which one I put, but this one was a lot. No, I don't know if it was a lot easier because I felt like I was piecing things together. I still have to do my kitchen too, but she came out pretty cute. And I'm going to show you all of the photos and close-ups of these. And then just that random leaf, I just put it on top as like a filler. Okay, so here's a close-up of the mantle, you guys. Ooh, look at that, Scentsy. Look at how pretty. I'm just like quiet admiring my own stuff. Look at those books. Look at how pretty and high-end that looks with that blue pumpkin. Look at you, garage sale find. That's what I'm talking about. If you don't go to garage sales, y'all better start going because there is some awesome stuff out there, let me tell you. And it'll make your DIYs so much cheaper. And look at how fancy those look. They look like Cinderella pumpkins. I like them. That's what they'll be called, Cinderella pumpkins. Look at how pretty. I am blown away. So with those little panels, I decided to keep them down below. And then there is my sign. There's the pillowcase pumpkin we made on another DIY. And sorry about the lighting. Like, I could not get these to go bright at all. But here's this one. It looks so bright and airy right here by the windows. I absolutely love it. The blues all go together. The creams, the whites. I love this table. Definitely a focal point. And then here is our hutch. I thought I was gonna like use those pumpkins that I just showed you and the orange one that's like tucked to the left of this one a lot more, but I found it kind of hard to use because the glass ones were so beautiful. Okay, you see which ones I'm talking about over here, the mercury looking ones. And then these are just some random glitter pumpkins I had grabbed too at the Dollar Tree. So those look cute and vibrant. Those the kids made. And then there's our dollar garage sale find. So you guys, I hope you had fun decorating with me. I hope these DIYs, the Flippin fall decor, gave you some inspiration, maybe with things that you might have lying around your house, or maybe it'll get you out and go into some garage sales this weekend, or to use items in your house that have been sitting there for a while. Just remember, when you are decorating, anything goes. Grab from the kitchen, grab from your bedroom, grab from the basement, the garage, whatever it is, you can find things and make it something. All you need to do is decide what your focal piece is going to be and then build around that. That is how I always do it. And I find that it helps once you have like your centerpiece, your big piece, like then you know what direction you need to go from there. Now that I used all my picks for decorations, I don't know what I'm going to do for my DIYs. Jeez. Now I have to go back to Dollar Tree. Okay, so I showed these in an Instagram video, so I wanted to show you them. They are pillow covers. You guys, these feel so high end. They are amazing quality. They have zippers on the bottom. They're 18 by 18. This is another one I got in them. They are about $18. They are from Amazon.com. I'm going to leave the links to them down below. You guys will not be disappointed. I've used lemon ones, now the fall ones, and then we'll transition to the Halloween ones. So anyways, you guys, thank you for decorating with me. Thank you for DIYing with me, and I hope you have a great week. Bye.